I went wild. I fell in. A couple of months ago, checked into a hotel. There was a Bible beside the bed. Opened it up, there was a message inside that said, if you are an alcoholic, if you think you have a drinking problem, please call this number. I called it, it was a liquor store. I used to drink and drive, that's not as popular as it used to be. Last time I got stopped, the highway patrolman said, you were going 90 miles an hour. I said, I haven't been out an hour. He said, can I see your license? I said, can I shoot your gun? Don't ever say that, no. He said, all right, I want to see your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. I must have gone through that glove compartment for 20 minutes, until I realized I was sitting in the front seat of his car. He said, I want you to blow in this breathalyzer. I said, I want you to blow in my breathalyzer. Don't say that either, no. Speaking of driving, before I forget, they say now we're going to have self-driving vehicles, right? I can't wrap my head around it, but it's inspired me to write a country song. I haven't finished it, but I'll tell you what it's about. It's about a guy whose dog stays, his wife stays, but his pickup leaves him. Let it out, folks. Doesn't get any better. My grandpa used to say, listen, we all like the same things. Everybody be after your grandma. Grandpa used to say some weird things. One time I said, Grandpa, what's the quickest way to get to the lake? He said, you walking or driving? I said, I'm driving. He said, that's the quickest. One time Grandpa said the reason God made man before he made woman, he didn't want any suggestions. Grandma didn't think it was that funny. Grandma, boy, was she a piece of work. One time I said, Grandma, you see a little pill bottle lying around here on the label in big letters that says LSD? And she said, well, no, I haven't. And then she said, did you see that dragon in the kitchen? So one time I said, Grandpa, are you very political? Grandpa said, all politicians should serve just 2 terms, one in office and one in prison. Let's lighten this up a little bit. Something from a Walt Disney film with slight political overtones. Super frantic, unproductive, nothing legislation. Want to change your congressman to buy some lubrication. CEOs cannot complain of over-regulation. Voters get what you deserve. Great procrastination from super PACs of unproductive, nothing legislation. I think I have politics all figured out. Tell me what you think. My son was slugging out of school. I said, I'm going to choose the woman for you to marry. He said, no. I said, she's Bill Gates' daughter. He said, okay. I called Bill Gates. I want your daughter to marry my son. He said, no. I said, he's the CEO of World Bank. He said, okay. I called the president of World Bank. I want you to make my son the CEO. He said, no. I said, he's Bill Gates' son-in-law. He said, okay. I think every woman's dream is to have a man pick her up in his arms, carry her into the bedroom, throw her down on the bed, then clean the entire house while she sleeps. So this lady's coming out of heart surgery. She sees God standing at the foot of the bed. She says, am I going to die? God said, no, you have 30 more years. She feels so good, she stays in the hospital. After she recovers, she has liposuction, has her breasts enhanced, her neck pulled up, an eyebrow lift, her nose fixed, and collagen in her lips. She's walking across the hospital parking lot. She gets hit by an ambulance. 2 days later, she's standing in heaven. She runs into God. She said, I thought I had 30 more years. God said, I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you. A couple of months ago, a girl rode by me on a bicycle. I yelled, cow. She turned around and flipped me off, then she hit the cow. Here's a word about Folger's coffee for senior citizens. The best part of waking up is just waking up. Old guy's walking down the hall in this retirement home. He sees this door open. He walks in. There's this old lady standing there. He walks up. She says, "Bet you can't guess how old I am." She said, "I bet you I can. Drop your pants." He drops his pants. She says, "You're 96." He said, "You're right. How did you know?" She said, "You told me at breakfast this morning." 88-year-old Harriet calls 9-year-old husband Harvey. Said, "Harvey, you driving on Interstate 40?" He said, "Yep." She said, "For God's sake, be careful. There's some idiot out there in the car driving the wrong way." Harvey said, "One idiot. Hell, there's hundreds." Harry and Harvey fought all their lives. One time, Harvey was in getting his annual physical. While he was getting dressed, the doctor pulls Harry aside and says, "Okay, tell you what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to make sure every morning he has a nice, nutritional breakfast. In the evening, fixing a really healthy meal. No household chores whatsoever. From now on, the house has to be spotless and germ-free." As Harvey meets Harriet, they're walking out the car. Harvey said, "What did the doctor say?" Harriet said, "You're gonna die." 90-year-old lady calls 911. Sheriff shows up, says, "What's wrong?" She says, "My neighbor, the curtains are wide open. He's been walking back and forth naked for an hour and a half." Sheriff looks out and says, "I don't see anything." She says, "No, you gotta climb up on the dresser and look through the skylight." Guy calls up his boss and says, "I'm sick." His boss says, "What's wrong?" The guy says, "I have anal glaucoma." His boss says, "What's that?" The guy says, "Really can't see my ass coming into work today." You guys want to do a sing-along?